Moving on. With technology, the world is a lot closer to us today than before. By just pushing a button on your smartphone, you can learn almost anything from anywhere. But despite this advancement in technology, not all of us can speak up to 4 international languages while still maintaining our indigenous and official language of communication. This is the story of Rugayya Mansur, a young Nigerian whose hobby is acquiring foreign languages.
Tamam, başlayayım. Bu sefer Türkçe ile başlayacağım. Aslında İngilizce ve Hausa'dan sonra en iyi bildiğim dili bu. Türkiye'de okuduğum için. Şimdilik bu kadar. 그다음에 한국말. 사실 부끄럽지만 아직도 한국어 수업을 하나도 안 봤어요, 난.
Hello, my name is Rugayya and I speak 6 languages. My family, we usually watch a lot of ZTV, and so I was sitting there, watching a lot of stuff, and I'm like, why not just learn it? So that's what happened. So that was Hindi. After that, I went on to learn Turkish because I went to school there. While I was in school, I had a friend who was really into Korean stuff. And at first I was like, oh my God, what are you watching? But then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. I started watching it, got hooked, and I'm like, I should learn this language. So that's Korean. But then the friend who actually introduced me to Korean also spoke Russian, and all around me there were these Russian speakers who would be like talking. I'm like, I want to know what you're saying. So I decided to learn Russian there as well. For Turkish, because I went to school there, it was more of an official type of learning. So when I speak Turkish, a lot of people actually tell me, you're so polite in Turkish, because regular Turkish people tend to sound more like, colloquial, as they call it. I don't study Korean, I don't study Hindi, I just watch and then I consume their grammar and their vocabulary. 머리고, 그리고, 바람이면 빛이자 어둠이다. So what I intend to do with these languages, at first I wasn't going to do anything with them, I was just learning them for fun, but then quarantine happened. And so I decided to post a video, and once that blew up, I decided maybe I could help sort of teach people, and a lot of people were asking for language tips, so I opened a YouTube channel. It's called The Avid Dabblers, and I just post videos on there about different types of stuff, language tips, some psychology, because I happen to be studying clinical psychology.
शिकासाबे शिकाराबा यानी पिंचिवार आई वो याद आओ साबो इसीलिए हमें कोशिश करना पड़ेगा कि इस साल को और हमारी ज़िंदगी की बाकी वक्त को सही से इस्तेमाल करना. Tabii ki de 2020'yi hiç unutmayacağız. Çok fazla şey kaybettik ama aynı zamanda çok fazla şey öğrendik.
My biggest challenge while learning any language or speaking any language is how mixed they get in my head. They tend to sort of just merge into each other. I would start a sentence in Korean and end it in Russian. And so I have to consciously separate each language in my head, and so it gets really mushy up here. I predominantly speak in English, so that doesn't get affected by any other language, but the rest, it's, just all over the place. When my languages get mixed up in my head, I have to sort of stay still and try to separate each language. If I am trying to basically speak to someone in those 6 languages.
이제 2021년은 큰 희망 그리고 행복과 시작했으면 좋겠어요. 여러분 우리 다 같이 파이팅해요. И наконец, да хочу поздравить всех с Новым годом. До свидания.
Because I'm currently studying clinical psychology, I have this urge to be able to relate to people, to be able to have empathy and have more understanding for people. So the way languages comes into this is that if I ever meet anybody that I might want to help that doesn't speak English and they speak Turkish, I'd be able to help them just as well.
और हिंदी तो मैंने पहले से बोल चुकी हूँ. टीवी को आपके बेस्ट फ्रेंड बनाइए. हाँ जी. И русский. Знаете, я выучила русский, чтобы понимать, о чем говорили мои друзья. И главное, чтобы мы могли болтать секреты в автобусе. Да.
Do not be afraid to make mistakes. All the videos that I have put up so far have tons of mistakes, and I'm like, it's okay because we're all still learning, nobody's perfect. So do not be afraid to make mistakes and just have fun while learning. Don't take it as a chore, enjoy it. And so that really helps.
Amazing. Still ahead on Just Nigeria. Despite disability, lady finds love on social media, defies reproductive odds. Don't miss that love story coming up right after this break. Stay with us.